Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is D'Angelo, aka Darth Mexican from the Geek Life, and I'm here with my favorite brand of all time, Anime Trash Swag. How are you guys doing?
Hey, good.
Hey.
You're good? Doing good?
I'm doing well, very well, yeah. So I really love this brand because every time I go to a convention that they're at, it just is a magical experience. Every time I enter the booth, it's just wonderful in every way. And for the people that don't know you guys, would you be able to introduce yourselves?
Okay, I'm Sky. I do all the art.
Okay.
So,
Right
that's
on.
my shit.
I'm Jenny. I do everything else.
Nice, nice. And what is your guys' origin story?
We have been friends for longer than we've had the business. We have always been in fashion, and anytime we would go, it was like Forever 21, we'd go to Forever 21 and be like, this is fun, this would be better with anime on it though. So that's what we wanted to do, and we've been going to cons a lot, and we never really saw anything that was like quite what we wanted. Because, you know, they got like shirts at Hot Topic, it's just like slap some anime on it, but we wanted something even more. And since I draw and she sews, we were able to like create the ultimate life form. So yeah.
That's awesome. And how many years have you guys been doing this for?
This is the beginning of 3?
Yeah.
Wow.
Our very first official con was Taiyou 2015.
Nice. Wow. So I had no idea that I was actually at that con that I saw you guys. Holy crap. That's really cool. So over the years, you guys have accomplished so much in both like your artwork and just business-wise, financially, I'm sure. What is the thing that you're most proud of over the years? Was it some small victory that you guys like stumbled on in the beginning and then overcame, or was it some major victory that you can say?
One thing that I know we both like, I'll say one thing and she can say something, because there's a lot that we've done that I think is really great. We started everything pretty much with our own hands and our own money. We saved up a bunch. We didn't have to do a GoFundMe or anything, which there's nothing wrong with, but we were proud that we were able to like come up with all our own shit. We did everything ourselves. We didn't have to like ask for too much outside help besides like our immediate friends, and we had like our immediate friends that were like, oh, here's like a little bit of help if you need like a credit card, but we were able to pay them back right away. So we were really proud that we could start everything without crowdfunding.
Nice.
I thought that was nice. I was proud of that.
That true entrepreneur, like.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that after 3 years, we've gotten to the point where our stock after we go to a con isn't completely annihilated. We like like when you first start going to cons and the first like year, you're always rushing to get everything done in time, and you feel like everything's really hectic, and you're like, how am I gonna get all this done? It was like that for us again. It was like new again, fresh, because we cosplay, so we were used to like the cosplay crunch. But then we got used to it. We were like, then we were fine. But then doing this all over again was like. It was like a new thing that we had to learn how to pace ourselves and when to order stuff so it would arrive on time, so be done on time to get to the con. And I feel like we've finally gotten to the point where we're not like scrambling to get things done. It just feels like doing the ATS work is like part of our lifestyle. It like just goes with it. It's like become part of how we live. So it's really nice. I'm happy that we've gotten to that point.
That's really cool. And from concept of a new design to actual full-blown like you can buy it, you know, how long does it take usually?
Depends on the design.
It depends on the design. Sometimes there's our big fur coats that she sews from scratch. If you like took one,
it takes like 6 hours.
From the beginning to the end, when it's done, we can put it online, it's ready to go. It's like 6 hours.
Okay.
But I have to go to LA and get the materials.
If we don't have materials already, you gotta go get the materials. For shirts, it depends on, I can get the art done in a day. Sometimes it takes me a long time because I'm like, it has to be perfect. And then getting it printed will take longer depending on who we go to. Usually I feel like for items it's like 2 weeks average from beginning to end.
Sometimes we need to order stuff. If we have to get something from somewhere else that we're going to alter in any way, then we have to wait for that. I would say it takes between minimum of 2 weeks, maximum of like 2 months.
I feel like
almost.
2 months, 2 weeks to 2 months on average. Sometimes quicker, sometimes longer.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And so, out of all the hustle and bustle of doing Anime Trash Swags and being an entrepreneur, what is one of the things that you find most difficult? Would it be actually like financial budgeting, or like you said, logistics before, traveling to different conventions?
I think physically the most challenging is when we have to go to cons. It's us two, and usually one other person, maybe two other people that help us out,
Yeah.
where we have to like lug all of our stuff to
yeah.
the con. Either we have to rent a car or a U-Haul, and we have to like take all the stuff from the car to the con center, set up the booth. We do all that ourselves. So that is like physically probably the most demanding.
Okay.
I think probably owning your own business, the thing that's really hard about it is you're never not working, but also you will never get in trouble with your boss if you don't work. So you have
a good
this.
thing.
It is a good thing, but like you have to be able to balance. It is hard to balance your work life when you work from home and for
Yeah.
yourself. It is not just like, oh, I work from home, but I still need to clock in online. It is, we work from home for
go.
ourselves.
Just
It
do
is
it.
like, because sometimes you'll just be like, I'm gonna fuck off for a week. Oh god, I have so much stuff to do. And then sometimes you're like, it's 2 a.m., but we got this work email and I have to answer, you know?
Yeah.
So balancing that, like, you're always working, but you'll never get in trouble if you don't,
Freedom.
but you got to. It's that, I think, has been like, that's difficult for, I think, every entrepreneur. You
Okay.
work for yourself, so you have to balance the, like, overworking yourself and then you burn yourself out.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to work because you just burned yourself out
Yeah.
from working
Yeah.
too hard. So I think that is like a hard thing all entrepreneurs have to deal with that we also do.
Right on.
I think working together helps. I've always
For
thought
sure.
that like being partners and like having someone else to depend on. If you're like, I'm fucked up, can you answer this email? Or like if one of us is working, the other one will be like, I also have stuff to do. I should probably do that.
Yeah.
So being a partnership instead of one person, I think really helps with that.
For sure.
Good. Right
Yeah.
on. And of all the designs you guys have done, which one have you found to be the most difficult yet your favorite? That one just was like just such a pain to do, and then it just came out so well that you're so proud of. Or have all of them been super just smooth and
Not all of them have been smooth. I don't
Yeah.
know if there's one that was like mega difficult though.
They're not, usually we try to make sure things aren't difficult in that way, but I mean, it's also hard to say because most of our, it comes down to drawing stuff most of the time because we're not going to sew stuff if it's fucking difficult to sew.
If it's the worst to sew, then
We're
that's
just
not
not
worth
gonna
it
sell
because then
it.
we'd have to
Right.
sell it for a lot of money, and no one's gonna. We have to like find the
Yeah.
balance of like our work versus the money we would like to receive versus what people
yeah,
would be
that's
willing
also
to
a
pay
hard thing to
for.
balance because we have like a certain aesthetic we're trying to achieve that we want, like we want our stuff to look a certain way,
Yeah.
but then if you invest too much of your own money in it and too much of your own time, you have to charge a certain price point, which then becomes unattainable for a lot of people. So balancing that is hard.
yeah.
I feel like for art wise, because I do the art, the Mega 64 shirt that it came out really well. I really like it. That one probably took me the longest. It's probably the most detailed one.
Right on. Which is fantastic, by the way. I
Thank
really
you.
enjoy the design. Oh
Thank
my
you.
gosh.
That one was probably art-wise was
Yeah.
like the most difficult. I didn't have like that hard of time. Just it took a long time
Yeah.
versus the other ones.
And you as an artist, did it this art style, was it something that you had already been used to, or did you kind of like change or adapt to?
I think having ATS and feeling like I should keep some of my stuff a little more succinct, like make it all kind of look similar,
Yeah.
helped. Before it was, I think I was used to it, but now I've been like, okay, well now I have to like really hone down. This is the style that I like.
Yeah.
But it also depends on what we're drawing or like what the design we want. Because if I want something really cute, usually I like drawing stuff that's really like hard and gritty and gross.
Yeah.
But I can't do that if I want it to be cute. So I'll like try to edit it more that way. So
Hard grit Kirby.
hard grit
There you
curvy.
go.
It's like
Exactly.
that you can't do that. So I will try to like expand my repertoire to make it appropriate for the thing that we are making. But usually we're just like it's ATS with a black and spikes, so it's gonna be good.
Yes.
So
Ding.
yeah.
So a lot of your influences come from anime, it seems like.
Yes.
Yeah, or Japanese culture in
seems
general.
like.
Yeah, right.
A little bit. I don't know.
What has been one piece of anime or Japanese culture that's really inspired you when you were younger? That
Definitely
FLCL.
FLCL,
FLCL.
pretty much everything from Gainax,
Gainax.
like especially FLCL, Evangelion, Gurren Lagann.
yeah.
Those three I feel like the most.
I feel like Gurren Lagann even, I was older. FLCL.
We were
when
older,
when I
but,
think
like-
about FLCL, I'm like, this is adolescence.
That was still like our formative years.
Yeah.
All of those, it really, those are the ones I'm just like, gotta live my life, gotta do it because it's what I want. That's the shit.
Yeah.
Those three, for me especially, I feel like. probably for you too.
Gynex stuff I didn't get into until I was like a little bit older.
That was when it mattered most to me. That was when it really changed my life. So like I don't care if I was older. That was like that was the shit where I was like I gotta get my head together. I gotta like go and do the thing.
It was probably FLCL when I was younger, and then Gurren Lagann, and then Kill la Kill. I have grown with Gynex. That is like the course of my life.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Definitely they're good storytelling. They get me.
There's something about the way they tell stories that really like touches
Got it.
Kokoro.
Yeah.
And a bit of a silly question. If you could bring one person from any universe, fictional universe, it doesn't have to be anime, but it could be anime if you like, to come to this world to be your best friend for life, who would it be and why?
I think you asked us this last year.
I did.
had a hard time.
Yep.
My best friend for life? Josuke from part 4.
I knew you were gonna say
He's
that.
so nice. He's not like other boys, and he can fix your problems, and he knows how to do his hair, and I love him. Yeah, no, it'd be him.
Josuke's a good one.
I love Josuke.
I've no fucking idea.
Because this is tough. This is like your best friend. This is like, you want him to be stable, there for you, fun.
I think if I had to, there's probably a lot that I would do. I feel like quick answer Mob from Mob Psycho.
Right on.
He's also
He's a good one.
sweet baby boy, but he's got psychic powers.
Stressful. I feel like you'd go with Reagan.
Reagan, I am afraid he'd scam me. I like him, but I
feel like I'm already
one
friends
step
with Reagan.
away. No,
so
yeah, but he's like, no, it's true. Either
wants
one
to
of
get
them
the
would be
deals.
great, but like Mob also has the psychic power, so it's just like
It's true.
It's fine. He can take care of himself. He knows what he's doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I know that when I talk to you guys, like every year, so you were telling me about the struggles of like coming to the con with all your hard work like in hand and trying to sell it, and then people were getting like turned away by like the higher price points, and you explained that like this is you're not gonna find this stuff at Urban Outfitters. This is handmade by us. Yeah.
So the question was like the best thing, like the nicest
Yeah.
thing?
Have you seen a change or shift in that, or would you say that?
Yeah.
A little bit of a change. Yeah, people are a little more open to like, oh, it is like handmade item, or you guys are the artists, you guys made the thing, so I'm gonna like pay a little bit more
It's
for
weird
it.
because I feel like sometimes it depends on which convention we go to, because we've definitely been to cons where people are like, $30, that's my life savings. And we're like, what the fuck?
Jesus.
But then other cons people are like, fine, and it's
We'll
not a
tell
problem
them
at
like
all.
a t-shirt's $50. Like, all right, cool, yeah, good. We're like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
okay.
so I think it
Nice.
depends on the, I mean, it depends on the convention because
Yeah.
it depends on the area.
Yeah.
So that is part of it, but I think in general, people are starting to understand, I think in the anime community, there's been more of a shift to understand that artists' work is valuable and things cost
Weird.
money. So I think there's been a bit of a shift in that. Even just like the way people pay photographers more, people pay commission artists, people like are more understanding that artistic talent costs money to produce that. So I think there has been a bit of a shift in that.
Yeah. I feel like maybe our nicest event thing that happened, Mega 64 asked us to do a shirt.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
They're like, they've been around forever. They are a bunch of the sweetest dudes I've ever met. They are so nice. They're so funny. And they liked our art and they wanted us to make a thing. So I was like, oh, that was
last year,
probably
you
the
guys' booths
coolest.
were like right.
Across from each other. It was so
Yeah.
fun. This year I'm a little sad. They're like down the way, but it's fine. We still
in the
hang out. It's
vicinity and
fine.
all that,
Yeah. So that was probably for me the coolest because they were like some established nerd dudes that were like, this is cool. We want your stuff with our stuff. So that was for me.
yeah.
the best.
Especially cool because we definitely maybe it's less now. I don't know. There was a lot of confusion when we first opened where people would be like, are these shirts for dudes? Because you are women wearing shirts. Can I wear that shirt? And we were like, what the yeah, you can wear the shirt.
The shirt.
But so it was
Oh my
nice
God.
having like these dudes that are like extremely dude bros come and just be like, we love your shit.
Nice shirt.
Yeah.
Nice shirts.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Right? And what piece of advice would you give to aspiring either designers, artists, entrepreneurs that goes beyond don't give up? Because a lot of people do say that, but yeah. What do you wish someone had told you in the beginning that you wish you could?
Go to H&R Block. I wish someone told me
taxes.
that immediately.
That's a really good one. That's a legit.
That's a big one. Probably less specific, more like this is good to do for your business is but not just don't give up. Maybe, man, use Google.
That's a good one.
Just a big
Google H&R Block.
You gotta Google stuff. There's sometimes, and it's not the worst because I know when you're like new to the business, you're just like, okay, what the hell am I doing? Gotta figure out how to do everything, so it feels like overwhelming.
Yeah.
And you want to just like go to someone and be like, how did you do it? How do you blah? How did you start a business? Which is like I can't just like explain it quickly. There's like so many steps. There's so many things you've got to do. So it's just you got to learn how to Google stuff.
Yeah.
Because that was what we did. We just had Google, where should I print my shirts? I want to do something locally. I guess I'll look around here. And then we found one. It's perfect and we love him. It's our shirt guy. We love that guy.
Perfect.
Got to go find a guy. Figure out how to use different programs that you can like make the things you want to make. Because there's sometimes people who ask us, how do you make your hats? There's so many different things. I can't sit there and explain to you how to use the go learn programs. That'll help you a lot. Learn how to sew.
Make a separate personal Twitter and a business Twitter.
Yeah.
I can't. There's so many artists that I'm like, I love your art's so good. And then I try to follow their Twitter and they're like having a mental breakdown at like 1:23 p.m. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't be doing this right now. I love your art, but I wish you had this separate.
Yeah.
Which is like, I think it is important if you are going to try and establish yourself as a business, as a brand, you absolutely need to treat that as a serious part of the business because otherwise you're
kind of alienating people, which isn't like the worst. You can have like personal Twitter. We
have personal Twitters.
Should be able to like say what you want to say, but you should for like where people want to go. I'm going to go to this Twitter and I'm intending to purchase items from this person. You shouldn't have the stuff that's going on. It has nothing to do. It should be about the store, so we know what's going on. We know where to buy it.
Treating your business like a separate entity and being like, this is treat it seriously. Treat it like it has value. A lot of artists really undervalue their work and they don't treat their work like it is worth what it is worth. And having that branding where you're like, no, this is my collective brainchild of my art. That really helps show other people that your art has value.
Yeah.
Right on. Nice. And where can we find you guys online?
AnimeTrashSwag.com.
Nice.
Store, and then for us or the store?
Both of them, yeah.
Oh, I'm Tattobot, TATTOBOT on Twitter.
Most flogged on Twitter. That's if you want to hear about our anime opinions. It's mostly what it is.
Mostly anime opinions.
Mostly we talk about anime. She posts pictures of her cats.
That's right. And then one last question: anime subbed or dubbed?
Either
depends.
I prefer the FLCL dubbed. I think they matched the sub really well, but I don't have to like read subtitles, which isn't the worst, but sometimes you like just want to listen to it. They did a really good job. Same thing with Cowboy Bebop, where I'm like, did a good job, it's dubbed. Sometimes the dub isn't good, so I watch the sub. Whatever, depends.
I prefer, especially if it is like a setting in a Japanese, like really Japan. I'm like, I need this just to be in Japanese. Why are you all speaking in English? This is weird. But otherwise, I like a good dub is nice. You can appreciate the art more. You can appreciate the animation more, especially action stuff. Every time, I'm sad. I do not like the dub of Gurren Lagann at all, which makes me very sad because I wish I could just sit there and appreciate everything that's happening. But I can't. I have to read these subtitles because I hated the English dub. So I appreciate a good dub.
Right
but it depends.
Nice. Well, once again, this was Anime Trash Swag, and they are incredible in every single way. Make sure to check them out.
Thank you.
I like it.